Okay, guys. Went to Lowe's last night, and came home with all this stuff. We've got a plate of steel that we're going to use for the base. I hope that's thick enough. That's, the thickest stuff they had. And we're putting this behind the intake up there. And then this is going to be for the other two, ports. The thing is, this is galvanized pipe, which I did a little bit of research and found out produces extremely toxic fumes when you try and weld it or something. And you could get heavy metal poisoning and actually die from doing that. So we're going to try and avoid that, because that would, kind of suck. They say you're supposed to, take an angle grinder and grind the stuff off of it, and we've got a nice breezy day to do that. I'm gonna set that up out in the driveway and get to work on it. And you want to wear some sort of respirator like deal and drink a huge glass of milk when you're done. So I don't know if the milk's gonna help anything, but that's what they say. Okay, well, let's get out there. There's the Indian music again. That's cool. Let's get out there and get it done. Yeah. Okay, well, it's still pretty windy out here, which is good. I hosed this thing down, and I think we got most of the galvanized stuff off of it. It looks really cool now. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That's a little bit deeper. Well, I guess the next thing to do is start measuring everything out and get to work here. Yeah. This is the Indian music out here in the shop. When the wind kicks up, it'll start again. Yeah, so there you go. I guess it's just something with the harmonics of these new windows here, because all this didn't happen until, we got new windows out here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, now over here we've got the intake part of the manifold. I ground everything else off, and we're going to stick that on our steel plate. I honestly think that'll be thick enough, but if not, we'll just have to do it again. That's the thickest stuff I could find, but I didn't look that hard. I just went to Lowe's. I'm going to have to cut a hole in that. We're going to stick this here and here. Then we'll cut it at about a 45-degree angle and bring it out like that, a little, not quite straight. And over here, we're going to take our shiny ungalvanized pipe here, and we're going to cut it about here and bring it out like that. And we're going to do that over there as well. I honestly don't know if it'll work. I think it'll work. People say done right it will work, definitely. However, I'll probably screw something up, so yeah, it's just kind of me. I'll normally screw something pretty major up on a project, so we're just gonna try it and see what happens. Seeing as there's still probably galvanized stuff on there, I dragged the welder as far over this way as it'll come, and that reaches all the way out here. That's pretty close to the door, so we're going to open up the rest of them and set up some fans before we actually try and weld it. I ground all the stuff off of there maybe an hour or two ago. I've just been sitting around watching TV, so I think I'll be fine. The C is still dead over there, so I'm just going to use the B for sizing this up. I'm going to cut it maybe an inch or so longer on both sides. I'll probably have to work with the linkages here, and I know I'm going to have to modify the air cleaner, but I'm not going to mutilate my nice B. I'm going to put this on the C, because that's, kind of a piece of junk. No, it's going to be a really nice tractor when I'm done with it, especially if this works out. That's going to be cool. I still have the hood off of the first C, and that's really crappy, so I'm going to mutilate that one so I can fit this little header deal under that. Now, I honestly don't know if it'll work. I hope it does. Done right it will, but I probably won't do it right. So anyway, let's size up this steel plate here. Yeah. Okay, so that's, I guess, how I'm going to mark it. Yeah, that's good for all of them except for the two that run under that thing, but I'll deal with them once this paint dries here. This is actually like horrible paint, but there's still uses for it. This is like dollar can stuff. It doesn't stick to anything, which means you can use it for something like this and then take a rag with some gas or some diesel on it and just wipe it right off. It comes right off. It's absolutely horrible paint, but it's still good for some things. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna start drilling holes here.